Hello everyone, welcome again to the demonstration I'm doing with watercolor. Today we are going to make a little bit more advanced subject. The previous was a lemon and an apple. Today we have 4 objects, and of course we would like to describe the light. And I will show you the drawing. I will show you how to think about the composition, and then we go step by step to develop the painting. So let's start. So I usually start with the closest object, just to give me some ideas about the placement of the things here. If I see, for example, that the kettle is here, it's easy, make it easy. Now the line of the pear is here. Goes this way. So here I want it to be a little bit more inside the composition. So I might change a little bit the dimensions. But the most important is the painting. As I always say, if it's good for the painting, it's good enough. You don't have to think so much, because the subject goes, and we have the painting. This is what important for us. Now, if you pay attention to the pencil marks, I like to show them. I like to use a 2B pencil. Sometimes you can erase. Afterwards, you can erase the. Sometimes I say, not all the time. But I don't really care for this that much. I like to show the pencil. It is a part of the painting, a part of the experience of the eye. This is the main idea of this painting. Light comes from the left, shadows go to the right, goes out of the composition, and maybe a diagonal here. This diagonal is very good for this, and makes some kind of relationship within the painting. This diagonal is same as this one, so we have this one, and this one, which is good to make a movement within the composition. So, very simple drawing. Don't have to do anything else. The rest, I will put some paint in here, and we see how we continue with the painting. So I will start with a very light wash. I think about the lightest value that I see on the apple for this, just to start with. I use a big brush, a mop brush. This one is Da Vinci. I leave this two spots of highlight. Maybe I use them later. Again, the lightest. I cover the entire object. And later on, when I put the shadow, this mark will remain as the lightest. And as we remember, watercolor tends to get lighter when it dries. So we usually start with the wash, let it dry, and then go back second layer. Let's make it nicer blue. White in the shadows usually I'm saying, not always, are blue. So might be something blue inside here, but this I will leave later on. This I see a little bit on a purple direction, this shadow on the pot here, and right away I add some of this pear yellow just to connect them. Put here also, although it is very dark, it will be maybe the darkest spot, not the darkest light, because it's a color. It's not a shadow. So you want to think about it as a color. Okay. In order to connect the direction of the green, the shadow here goes a little bit to the green. I put it in. Try to connect it. This is the first wash, just to give an idea of where this painting is heading to. Very simple, very light. Don't rush. I'm trying to take my time. So it's something orangey with the light. So that is a green background. I add some orange, cut orange, to make it warmer. Here, make it a little bit warmer. So orange is orange likes like to be beside the blue. They like each other, I know. In case you don't like this leftover paint, you can take it with a dry brush to increase the speed of drying time. Although I have a hairdryer here. This is the basic idea of the painting. Where we're heading. Let it dry a little bit, and then we go back to the second layer. Okay, I let the painting dry a little bit. Now we can go back with the second layer. We work wet on dry, as we say. We put wet paint on dry surface. So this is ultramarine blue. With some burnt sienna, just a bit darker. Now see here some reflections from the surrounding. We'll try to push them in. The red from the apple. I stay with it a little bit. Let's look what's going on. Put some here on the handle. And I have this white reflection little bit softer I can make it, a little bit. Even though I kind of like what is happening here. Things are not so precise. Okay. I'll go with a smaller brush. I will add right away the green shadow over there. Just to connect. I like to connect the shadows. With the objects. Let's put it here. Let's see. I put the red inside. Red orange here. Bit more yellow. So I get there's a connection here that's happening without my help. This is the tendency of the watercolor. So this area is going to be more yellow. Soften it, soften the edges. And let's make it more red here. And maybe a touch of green inside. Now the pear is tricky because it has orange, it has green, have yellow, have many colors over there. Let's try to put it in. Green shadow. So first we think about the value. And then we think about the color. This can be softened a little bit just to make a nice connection to the light mass. Or the light side, if you want. A stronger yellow here. And we put the shadow over there. Connect with the shadow. The shadows has to be transparent. Even you go very dark, you have to pay attention that you leave it transparent. Otherwise, it will be opaque. No light will come through. And your painting is like gouache. When it's still wet, it's good to come and put this darker note that you see there, I see there. I see also here. Let's put it wet on dry. Wet on dry. Just give myself an idea once I have this in my hand. That's nice connection between the pear and its shadow. Now this part of the pot is white in its color, but it is darker than the pear, so we should make it darker here, even though I see it white, as if it's white. Okay. I want to see if it is dark enough. Let's implant this yellow here inside, so it will show some of the reflection over there. And soft here to give some ideas of the other side of this pot. Then what I see is now, as I did it here, I put dark against the light here, then I put dark here against the light here. So it will pop up, as we say. But let's finish up there what we started. A little bit more shadow here, darker here, a little bit. Now I want to go back to the background to bring out the pot and this cup. I keep telling myself to slow down, as I have tendency to run with the brush. But there is a painting here. What we say, it draws your attention. Let's make it nicer, give it a nice shape. Go around carefully. Bit warmer here from the light beam. It's not about to explain what you paint, it's about showing what you paint. So not every detail that there is I have to show. Also you as a beholder of this, you watch it, you can add something. This has to be darker a little bit. I will make it soon darker. Yes, now the paper is a little bit moist. I can go with a smaller brush and make things darker. It's simple. And just to connect it, not too much. I see this is darker than the background, so I put some notes here just to make it three-dimensional, like this. Here I have to go back with another layer of green, darker green. The upper part. Greener. Here, put some more yellow. Oh, too much. Too much. Must have to be more towards the orange. Not so cad yellow like I did, but it will mix together. Here I will soften it a little bit so it will not jump. All these opaque layers, they give some kind of interesting feeling. When it's the transparent side and an opaque side, it's okay. I made it dry again. Now we continue some light inside here. And from the other side, I put some blue here. It is blue. Now here I use some neutral tint, which is not Payne's gray and it's not ivory black. is very good color to work with, to blend with. Transparent dark. I still have this red over there. For the darks, you don't use too much water. Now, if it's a curved line, what I tend to do is to make it few passes, not right away as a continuous line, just to give it more feeling. I mix it with a little bit blue. Anyway, I find it interesting always that to mix the colors together, to get them out of the natural way they come out of the tube. This is a painting. You have to think about how to enjoy. It's a hard work to be a painter, but don't forget to enjoy. I go for some details here to bring it out. The demo is almost done. Just want to see if I missed something, if I didn't show something that is important for the painting, for the demo. There's some parts that I look at them, I like them. For example, this white middle value and this dark, and it goes back to these darks that are not shadows, but as we said earlier, colors. This is dark as color and as shadow. This is a dark shadow. Dark shadow. I think it's about it. So when I look at the painting, I'm thinking, what didn't I say about this subject? I think it's pretty much. I said what I wanted. Every time that you finish a painting, you know how you had to start it, but this would be for the next painting. I I like the white, the middle value, the dark value here, which is the center of the composition, and it holds everything around. The direction of the light. There is a feeling of this place, and I think it's enough for what I wanted to say at this time. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. You can try it home. You can subscribe to my channel and write a comment, and see you again.